leading up to the birth, there are some things that people can do to also help facilitate a more natural and an easier birthing process. These are things that I like to discuss at that 30-week or so meeting prenatal as part of our birthing process, our putting together a birth plan. One of them is called hypnobirthing. And there's a couple different companies and philosophies out there, but the same premises for all of these, where it's basically a self-hypnosis technique that a woman can learn, that she can start practicing during those last 10 weeks. And I know women, my wife was one of them, who have almost no pain during childbirth. Pretty amazing to see that happen. Another thing we could do is what's called vaginal or perineal massage, which is a stretching of the vaginal tissues. Now, especially if it's the first birth for a woman, her tissues have never been stretched out the way it's about to be stretched out when a head and shoulders are about to come through. And just like an athlete who is about to run a race, you have to stretch out first, otherwise your body's not going to handle such a stressor in a very good way. And so there's certain exercises that they can do. We have them do it most days of the week, put a little olive oil or a little bit of almond oil on their fingers. And it's something that a lot of times we'll have the husband or significant other do while the woman's practicing her hypnobirthing, so she can kind of be in that mode while the tissues are being stretched. But basically how it's done, and there's certainly videos and pictures online for this, where we will have them do the stretching. Now, we don't go if the clitoris is at 12 o'clock. We don't have any tissues be stretched up real close by there. So around 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, where there's like a downward motion where we're constantly both stretching, because the head is causing both a stretching of the vaginal tissue, but it's also causing a forward motion as the baby's coming through. And so we have both downward stretching exercises, but also taking the fingers, where actually, if the birthing is coming towards me, where we're actually pulling the tissue, so it's kind of like both a down and out. And really, you can get quite a large stretching over the course of a couple of months. And many women will find that they don't have the vaginal tearing, having those episiotomies, or need to be cut in order to get the baby out because those tissues are already stretched out, and it can make for a much easier delivery.